Hey guys, Glyn here, and today in Tekkit I'm going to be showing you how to automate a generator system. So in terms of materials, you'll need some generators to produce the power, a power storage unit to obviously store the power. I'm using an MFSU, but you could use a backbox or an MFE. Some transformers to go with your power storage unit. Because my MFSU produces high voltage power, I'm going to need a medium voltage transformer and a low voltage transformer. If you're using a backbox, that won't matter. Or if you're using an MFE, you'll need a low voltage transformer. You'll need a timer, a filter, some pneumatic pipes, and some glass fiber cables, but you could just as well use copper cables, and also some machines. You'll also need an energy condenser in order to create the fuel needed for your generators. Here I've just put red matter in, but for a start I'd probably put a stack of diamonds in. So the first thing we'll be able to need to do is to be able to pump fuel into our generators so that they're constantly supplied with fuel and they'll be constantly outputting power to our MFSU. In this case I'm going to use pneumatics tubes to pump the charcoal in this chest into the generators along here. To this I'm going to use a filter, and the way a filter works is it takes an input from this side, from the large side, and it will output to the small side. I can use a screwdriver to change it round so it's facing opposite my condenser, so it will pump out like this. I'm then going to lay some pneumatic piping down below my generators, because the bottom of the generators will be the input for the fuel. Now, the way a filter works is that every time it receives a pulse from a redstone input, it's going to pump out whatever's in the top left side of this chest here. So, theoretically, I could use a button here and keep clicking it a lot of times, so it will alternate between on and off and send that pulse a lot of times, but that will require me to be manually here, so instead I'm going to use a timer. And what a timer does is it will send out a pulse at a set interval. In this case it's 2 seconds, but we can reduce that so it's just 1 second here. And now all we need to do is place our generators. And you can see the charcoal is sending out, and it should just go into the input slot here. So now all I need to do is take our power output from my generators, store it into my MFSU, and then take the high voltage output from the MFSU, convert it to low voltage output, and then run it along to our machines, which we'll place here. So with every transformer we have one side that is the higher voltage input side, and 5 sides that are the lower voltage output sides. So for example here I've got a low voltage transformer which takes a medium voltage input side and has an output side of low voltage. Similarly, you could do it the other way around, so if you had low voltage coming in here, you could then output to medium here. So I'm going to set my transformers up so that the power symbol is always on top, so that when I place my MFSU up here, my output side, because the output side will be sort of the opposite of where I'll be facing, so it'll be downwards in this case, we will go into the high voltage input side of the medium voltage transformer, which will then convert it to low voltage and output it down there. No, and it will transform it to medium voltage and output it to our low voltage transformer, which will take the input of the medium voltage power and it will transform it to low voltage. So then we can bring out our low voltage power here. So what I've done here is I've taken the output of low voltage and just pushed it up here with my glass fiber cable so that I can put my machines on top here. You can change the output side with your electric wrench, but I find it easier to do it when you place it, because then you spend less time getting frustrated. Like if I wrench this, I'd then find it hard to be able to wrench the top because there's a block in the way. So all that I need to do now is run glass fiber cable from the input side of the MFSU back to my generators. And hopefully these will turn on here. We'll get power to the MFSU here, and we'll be able to set up our induction furnaces. So I've just placed the induction furnaces on top of the glass fiber cable, and as you can see they're slowly getting power from the MFSU. Although we may need more generators if we want to power all of them at once. I think they just draw a lot of power to begin with, so hopefully this should be going up soon, until we start using them of course. As you can see with this system you could add more generators here, you just take the pneumatic tubes here, or you could just go straight across on a line. And to test it out I've got some iron ingots, which I'll just shove in here quickly. and given enough time, hopefully it should start heating up. And there you have it. So this is how to set up a, albeit a small generator system, for use powering all your machines, and of course this will go until the EMC fuel in here runs out. And of course you can keep adding machines on, like I've said, if you require more power. So if I wanted to have all of these running at once, I'm still generating quite a lot of power, but if I had all of these going at once, it would take up quite a lot of power. I hope you have fun with this, and I hope you have fun with Tekkit. Thanks for watching.